My name is Colleen Kavanagh and I'm the Financial Controller at Connolly's Red Mills. We are a fifth generation family business. We are based in rural Ireland in Goresbridge County, Kilkenny for over 100 years. What we do is we take together our science, our passion, our experience and develop manufacturing techniques and formulations so that we can manufacture high performance animal feed, particularly for the horse market. We are now available in over 80 countries worldwide and we've over 450 employees. Prior to using TransferMate, it was an extremely slow process. One of our AP team would have to go into our banking online platform and create individual payments to each of these suppliers. Depending on the currency, we may have to ring up our bank in advance and get an FX rate for each one of these. And if we didn't do that, then we were losing out. We weren't going to get the same favourable rate we would do if we were to make the phone call to the bank. So we would make the phone call, we get the exchange rates, each payment is put up manually. Then 2 users would have to go in and approve each payment manually, and then we'd have to post each one of those payments manually into SAP, so it was very, very time consuming. So what we use TransferMate now is that we can go into SAP, create our payment proposal. We've already told SAP that these are our TransferMate proposal vendors. Those vendors then come up in our proposal within SAP. We can then upload that to the system. It gives us back our currencies, it gives it back the euro equivalent. We then know that we just pay TransferMate that one fee and then it goes straight on to the vendors. So when we create the proposal from SAP and upload it onto the TransferMate platform, the platform will give us back a confirmation page, which is what we can review before we authorize the transactions. It will have the FX amount from the supplier, it'll have the FX rate from the TransferMate system, and it'll have the euro equivalent amount. We can review that and make sure that the FX rates are competitive, which they always are. Once we then approve it, it creates the final report, which we can put back into SAP. And having that information back in SAP means that we can actually see in our account system how much that invoice did cost us in euro terms because we report in euros. TransferMate has integrated very, very well with our overall AP process because it's the very same payment proposal for the TransferMate vendors as it is for our euro one, as it is for our sterling one. So the user who's created the proposal knows no different. They're just creating a different file. The cost for using the system to us, there is no cost really. It's much, much quicker. So if you're talking about labour costs, it's much quicker than doing online individual payments. The cost is the FX rate, which you're going to have to pay anyway, and it's a competitive rate. So there's no extra cost for us for using TransferMate. The reconciliation is very, very easy to do because we get the download from the system. The platform gives us the download, which agrees exactly to the payment proposal in SAP. And when we upload this information that came from the platform back into SAP, it matches it against all the vendor accounts. And it creates a one-line outstanding payment in our system, ready for us to make the euro payment and match it all against. So within the Connolly's Red Mills group, we have a number of brands within our group, which include Foreign Healthcare and Foreign Equine and Cardé and Martin. Our company Cardé and Martin has a number of customers in Sweden. So what we use the receivable side for is to get the money from our customers in Swedish krona, and we can then control that money, decide whether we're going to use some of the money to pay suppliers in Sweden or when we're going to convert it to euro, will depend on what the FX rate is. So it's very, very handy. It was very easy to open these extra global IBANs in different currencies depending on what we need. For using the global account, it was a lot quicker to have the IBAN set up. If we were to go to our bank and say, right, we want to set up a bank account in Swedish krona, to have it and it's our account, we'd have to reconcile it every month, which we have to reconcile TransferMate too, but it's very, very simple. But the administrative work and getting that account up and running and the cost of it wouldn't have been worth it for the one customer that we have with the money coming in. So it's so much easier just to say, right, we're going to create a global IBAN in that currency for that customer. When we do our payment proposals, on Thursdays when we do most of our payment proposals, we could pay hundreds and hundreds of suppliers in our euro file before TransferMate, and it would take us 10 minutes. But then we go and we might pay 20 foreign suppliers, but it could take us 2 or 3 hours. Now we can get that 2 or 3 hours for those suppliers down to 15, 20 minutes probably. You're eliminating the risk of human error because everything is automated on the system. The platform, we have the bank details confirmed in SAP, we know they're correct, everything is correct. There's less risk of somebody putting in the digits wrong. It might happen once, but it won't happen again. So yeah, it's the time saving is the big thing for us. By working with TransferMate, we've definitely improved the efficiencies in the AP department and the finance department. It takes seconds, minutes to create the payment proposal. It's all seamlessly integrated in with SAP. I definitely recommend TransferMate. It's very clear. I can see exactly what our exchange rates are. I don't have to post anything manually into the system. If you have to post all these back in, it's so slow and you're going to get something wrong. Somebody's going to get something wrong. This is all integrated.